Doctors hate this. 5 simple moves that boost T levels more than most supplements. Imagine ditching those pricey pills and firing up your natural hormone factory with exercises you can do right now. Stick around because I'm about to reveal how these game changers can transform your energy, muscle gains, and drive, proven by science. Welcome back to the Pump Room Podcast on Strength Unleashed. I'm Dr. Aris Thorne, your guide to building unbreakable strength, muscle, and mindset. Today, we're tackling a massive issue hitting guys everywhere: low testosterone. Feeling sluggish, struggling to pack on size, or just not firing on all cylinders? You're not alone. But here's the good news. You don't need injections or fancy gadgets. These 5 exercises, backed by real research, can spike your T levels naturally, leading to better workouts, sharper focus, and that alpha edge you've been missing. We'll break down the science in even greater depth, nail the perfect form for hormone optimization with extra tips and variations, roll out a fully expanded 21-day protocol, including weekly breakdowns and adjustments, and give you an in-depth tracking sheet with examples and analysis strategies to monitor your progress like a pro. Plus, I'll share more real-life stories from my clients to show you exactly how this works in practice. Let's dive in and stop being weak. Your gains start now. Before we jump into the exercises, let's build an unshakable foundation with the facts, going layer by layer into what makes this approach so powerful. Testosterone is the king hormone for men. It's what drives muscle synthesis, fat loss, bone density, red blood cell production, and even cognitive function. When levels dip below optimal, say under 300 ngs per dl, you might experience symptoms like chronic fatigue, difficulty concentrating, reduced muscle mass, increased body fat, mood swings, or diminished libido. These aren't just annoyances, they can derail your entire fitness journey and daily life. But the beautiful part? Your body has built-in mechanisms to ramp it up through targeted physical activity, without relying on external aids that come with side effects. Let's start with the basics of how exercise influences hormones. Acute resistance training causes a transient increase in circulating testosterone, often by 15 to 25% immediately after a session, depending on volume and intensity. This is due to the activation of the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, where stress from heavy lifts signals the testes to produce more T. A landmark study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that protocols involving large muscle groups, like the ones in our list, elicit the highest responses compared to smaller isolated movements. For instance, in young men, a single bout of heavy squats led to a 20% spike that aided in protein synthesis for up to 48 hours post-workout. Now consider chronic effects. Consistent training over weeks or months can elevate baseline levels. In a 12-week study on overweight males, aerobic and resistance combos increased total T by an average of 16%, correlated with drops in body fat percentage. Why? Excess adipose tissue expresses aromatase, an enzyme that converts testosterone to estrogen. Losing fat reduces this conversion, freeing up more T. High-intensity intervals shine here too. A meta-analysis showed HIIT protocols boost T more than moderate steady-state cardio, with effects amplified in those with lower starting fitness. But let's address age, because I know many of you listening are over 40. Testosterone naturally declines by about 1% per year after 30, but exercise counters this. Research on older men demonstrated that 16 weeks of progressive resistance training raised resting T by 15 to 20%, improving vitality scores on quality of life assessments. Women benefit too. While their T levels are lower, boosts from these exercises enhance strength and metabolic health without masculinizing effects. Factors modulating the response? Intensity matters. Aim for 70 to 90% of 1 RM to hit the anabolic window without crossing into catabolic overtraining, which can suppress T if cortisol dominates. Volume, 3 to 5 sets per exercise is gold. Too much dilutes the signal. Rest intervals, shorter, 60 to 90 seconds for hypertrophy and T-spikes, longer, 2 to 3 minutes for pure strength. Timing, evening workouts may yield higher acute boosts due to circadian rhythms, but consistency trumps all.
I've seen this firsthand in my practice. Take a 35-year-old client named Mark. He came in with lab results showing T at 250 ngs per DL, complaining of zero gym motivation. After auditing his routine and adding compound lifts, his follow-up blood work hit 450 and he was crushing PRs. Or Emily, a 42-year-old mom rebuilding post-pregnancy. Her energy returned after incorporating HIIT, proving this isn't gender-specific. If you're skeptical, think about elite athletes. Powerlifters and sprinters often have naturally higher T from their training styles. We'll tie this science directly to each exercise, showing you how to apply it for real results. This isn't theory, it's your ticket to reclaiming peak performance. Number 1. Barbell squats. Kicking things off with the undisputed king of compound movements, the barbell squat. It's not merely a leg builder, it's a full system activator that directly combats low T by stimulating massive muscle groups and triggering that hormonal cascade we discussed. If you're dealing with weak lower body strength, poor mobility, or that nagging fatigue that kills your workouts, squats address it head-on by enhancing overall power output and metabolic efficiency. Science underscores this. Multiple studies link squat variations to acute T elevations of up to 25%, with the effect amplified by full range of motion and progressive loading. In one trial, participants who squatted heavy for sets of 6 to 10 reps saw greater hormone responses than those doing lighter, higher rep work, leading to improved body composition over time. Now, let's dissect the form meticulously to ensure you're optimizing for hormones and safety. Begin by setting up under the bar in a rack. Position it on your upper traps, gripping wide enough to create tension across your back. Unrack by stepping back, feet shoulder-width apart with toes turned out 15 to 30 degrees for joint comfort. Before descending, take a big breath into your belly, brace your core as if shielding against a hit, and engage your lats by pulling the bar down into your back. Initiate the movement by breaking at the hips first. Push them back while keeping your chest high and spine neutral. As you lower, allow your knees to track outward over your toes, sinking until your hip crease is below your knee line for full activation. At the bottom, pause briefly if advanced to build tension, then explode upward by driving through your midfoot and heels, extending hips and knees in sync while exhaling forcefully. Finish standing tall with glutes locked, no hyperextension. Common mistakes that sabotage gains: allowing your knees to cave inward. Counter this by cueing spread the floor with your feet, or letting your back round. Fix by focusing on chest to the ceiling throughout. If heels lift, elevate them slightly with plates to improve ankle mobility temporarily. For hormone maximization, emphasize the eccentric phase, lowering control over 3 to 4 seconds to increase time under tension, which studies show enhances T release by boosting metabolic stress. Variations to keep your program dynamic. Back squats for overall mass. Front squats, bar on front shoulders to emphasize quads and core for better postural support, or Bulgarian split squats for unilateral work fixing imbalances that could hinder T production. Beginners start with bodyweight or air squats to groove the pattern. Aim for 3 sets of 15 to build endurance. Intermediates hit 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps at 75% 1 RM. Advanced, pyramid up to 5 sets with drop sets for that extra surge. Integrate twice weekly with at least 48 hours recovery to avoid suppression. Real talk from my clinic. Client Roberto, a 38-year-old office worker, was stuck with low energy and skinny legs despite cardio. We added squats as his anchor. Within 6 weeks, he reported sharper focus at work, visible quad growth, and blood tests confirming a T-bump. Another, Carla, used them to overcome post-menopause dips, gaining strength that spilled into her daily confidence. Pair squats with zinc-rich foods like oysters post-workout, as zinc is a T precursor. This move doesn't just build legs, it rebuilds your entire drive. Visualize yourself powering through. That's the transformation waiting. Number 2. Deadlifts. Transitioning smoothly to the powerhouse pull, the deadlift. This exercise is your secret weapon against a weak posterior chain, which often underlies low T symptoms like poor posture leading to chronic stress and hormone imbalance. By recruiting hamstrings, glutes, lower back, traps, and even forearms, deadlifts create a systemic demand that floods your body with growth signals. Backed by data, a study in experienced lifters showed deadlift sessions elevated T by 18 to 22%, with carryover to improved insulin sensitivity and fat metabolism. If excess belly fat is tanking your levels, since visceral fat amps up cortisol, deadlifts torch it while building muscle. Form breakdown for peak efficiency. Approach the bar with feet hip width, shins nearly touching, and mid-foot under the bar for leverage. Grip options: double overhand for symmetry, mixed one under, one over for heavier loads to prevent rolling. Bend at the hips and knees simultaneously, keeping your back flat by engaging lats. Think pull the slack out of the bar. Chest up, shoulders back, gaze neutral about 10 feet ahead. To lift, press through your heels as if pushing the earth away, extending knees first, then thrusting hips forward to lockout. The bar skims your legs throughout, no gap. Lower by hinging at hips, bending knees once past them, and setting down quietly. Breathe strategically. Deep inhale at setup, hold through the pull, exhale at top. Pitfalls to dodge. Yanking with arms. Keep them as hooks, letting legs and back do the work. Or hyperextending at lockout. Stand tall, not leaned back. If grip fails, use chalk or straps sparingly to focus on form. For T optimization, incorporate sumo stance, wider feet for inner thigh emphasis, or Romanian deadlifts, stiff-legged, to isolate hamstrings with controlled negatives. Program it wisely. Novices start with conventional at 3 sets of 10 lighter reps, progress to 4 to 6 sets of 5 heavy reps. Train once or twice weekly, more risks overtraining. Variations like trap bar deadlifts reduce back strain for beginners, while deficit pulls, standing elevated, increase range for advanced hormone stimulus. Client spotlight. Victor, 52, battled back pain and low vitality from years of sitting. Deadlifts strengthened his core, alleviated aches, and his T climbed from 320 nanograms per deciliter to 510 nanograms per deciliter in 3 months. Similarly, pro athlete Kyle used them to break strength plateaus, crediting the mental toughness gained. Tie in omega-3s for anti-inflammatory support, enhancing recovery. Deadlifts aren't just lifts, they're life changers. Feel that power surging through you. Number 3. Bench press. Pushing forward to upper body mastery, the bench press, this classic, targets chest dominance while solving imbalances that contribute to low T, like weak pushing strength affecting daily tasks and self-esteem. Involving pecs, anterior delts, and triceps, it generates a robust hormonal push. Evidence: resistance pushing movements like bench correlate with 20+% T spikes, especially in protocols with moderate reps and short rests. A longitudinal study linked consistent bench work to sustained T elevations and upper body hypertrophy. Precise technique. On a flat bench, plant your feet firmly for leg drive, knees at 90 degrees. Grip bar slightly wider than shoulders, wrists aligned over elbows. Unrack with help if needed, positioning the bar over lower sternum. Inhale as you lower controlled to nipple line, elbows tucked at 45 degrees to protect shoulders. Touch chest lightly, no bounce, then drive up explosively, pressing through palms while exhaling. Lock arms at top without shrugging. Errors that kill progress. Flaring elbows to 90 degrees invites shoulder impingement, tuck them. Or lifting butt, keep it glued for stability. Slow the descent for 2 to 3 seconds to maximize eccentric loading and T response. Adapt for all. Close grip for triceps focus. Incline 30 to 45 degrees for upper chest, or floor press to limit range if shoulder mobility lacks. Sets 4 to 5 of 8 to 12 reps at challenging weight, twice weekly. Stories from the trenches. My client Omar, 29, felt weak in social settings due to skinny arms. Bench built his physique and confidence, with T gains fueling consistency. Veteran lifter Paula used it to maintain bone health, avoiding age-related declines. Add vitamin D supplementation, as deficiency hampers T. Bench press, your path to pressing past limits. Number 4. Pull-ups. Balancing the push with the pull. Pull-ups, the back sculptor that fixes rounded shoulders and weak upper back, common culprits in stress-induced T-drops. This bodyweight beast engages lats, rhomboids, biceps, and rear delts for comprehensive upper pull strength. Research: calisthenic pulls like this elevate T through high muscle fiber recruitment, with benefits compounding over sessions. Studies on gymnasts show superior hormone profiles from such training. Execution mastery. Grip bar overhand, hands shoulder width plus a fist. From full hang, shoulders relaxed, initiate by depressing scapula. Pull shoulders down, then bend elbows to lift chest toward the bar, squeezing blades. Chin over bar, then lower slowly over 4 seconds for negative emphasis. Avoid momentum swings, keep strict. Partial range, go full for max activation. If struggling, use resistance bands looped over the bar for assistance or jump negatives. Jump up, lower slow. Levels. Beginners aim 3 sets of assisted to failure. Advanced add weight via belt for 6 to 10 reps. Train twice weekly alternating grips, wide for lats, neutral for biceps. Inspiration. Lena, 45, overcame desk hunch with pull-ups, reporting heightened energy and T stability. Young gun Mateo built from 0 to 20 reps, transforming his athleticism. Incorporate magnesium for muscle function and T support. Pull-ups. Pull yourself to new heights. Number 5. Sprints, or high-intensity interval training, HIIT. Exploding to the finish with sprints, the cardio that doesn't kill gains but amplifies them. Using short, intense bursts for metabolic revving. Data: HIIT protocols boost T by 15 to 25% acutely, outperforming long runs, with chronic fat loss freeing bound hormones. A 14-week study saw T rises in sedentary groups.
How to. After 5 to 10 minute warm-up jog, sprint all out 20 to 40 seconds, track or treadmill, recover 1 to 3 minutes walking. 8 to 12 rounds total. Form: high knees, powerful arm pump, land mid-foot. Mods: intervals on the bike for joint-friendly or stadium stairs for variety. 2 to 3 sessions weekly. Post strength for synergy. Tails: client Sophia added sprints to shed post-baby weight, reclaiming vitality. Endurance athlete Raj used them to peak performance without burnout. Fuel with carbs pre-session for energy. Sprints: dash toward unstoppable you. Expanded 21-day protocol. Now integrate everything into this comprehensive 21-day blueprint designed for progressive overload and habit formation. Week 1, days 1 to 7, foundation building. Monday, squats plus bench, 3 sets each, 60% effort. Wednesday, deadlifts plus pull-ups, same. Friday, sprints, 6 rounds. Focus on technique. Rest days include light walks and stretching. Nutrition: 1.6 grams protein per kilogram body weight. Calorie surplus if underweight. Sleep target: 8 hours. Week 2, 8 to 14, ramp intensity. Add 10% load, 4 sets. Incorporate variations like incline bench. Track weekly weigh-ins, adjust if soreness lingers. Add meditation for stress control. Week 3, 15 to 21, peak performance. 5 sets, max effort with drop sets. Full sprints, 10 rounds. End with deload day. Monitor for signs of progress like increased reps or energy. This phased approach ensures steady T climbs without plateaus. Blood work style tracking sheet. Elevate your tracking with this pro-level sheet. Use a spreadsheet or journal. Columns: date/time, pre-workout energy, scale 1 to 10.
Exercise details, weights, reps, sets per move. Post-workout mood, 1 to 10. Sleep duration and quality. Nutrition highlights, protein intake, calories. Hormone proxy notes, libido, focus, recovery feel. Weekly summary, averages, trends. Example entry, Day 5, energy 6, squats 4 times 10 at 185 pounds, mood 8, sleep 7.5H, good, protein 150 grams, felt driven all day. Analyze bi-weekly. If energy averages up 2 points, celebrate. If down, tweak rest. This data-driven method turns subjective feelings into objective wins, mimicking lab monitoring for optimization.